What's up, y'all? We back with another video. We are going to be talking about astral projecting into games, right? I had wanted to make this video yesterday, but as I was making it, I kind of got disrupted. But thing is, last night, literally just last night, after I had wanted to make this video from that day, I had an astral projection experience literally within GTA. So make sure you guys like subscribe, turn on post notifications, check out the Patreon. You know what I'm saying? If you want to, not only support me, but also get exclusive content, check out the social medias down below. Comment down what you want to see next, bro. And yeah, bro, let's just get into it. So, thing is, right, in this particular experience I had last night, we'll just talk about this experience, then we'll talk about the other experiences. Um, Basically, I was kind of like meditating last night. Not intentionally to get out of my body. I just wanted to calm down my nervous system. Well, nah, it was already calm. I was just wanting to bring in certain energies into my nervous system. So that's what I was doing, right? But I had ended up astral projecting anyway, because every time you go to sleep, you have some form of your astral self roaming around, whether if it's in a different timeline or within the actual astral plane, right? So you're always going to have a dream of you. Well, you're always going to see yourself having an experience astral projecting, even if you don't want to, especially if you're in a meditative state. And you got a very lucid mind, like how I do, because sometimes I'll have like days without dreams, but then I'll have days where I have very vivid dreams, and I know I have them vivid dreams. I just forgot what happened inside the vivid dream. You see what I'm saying? It's kind of weird, but and then I have like months where I have like vivid dreams just happening. But this night I was just in GTA, right? It was like sunset. Oh, it was so amazing, bro. So I was just like flying around, bro, right? I was flying above this highway. Everything looked so GTA like. Like it looked like the real vibration of how GTA wanted to be, right? Um, and it's like the cars was moving so realistically, but they was all like they was moving on the highway. They was moving kind of like I say like 30 miles an hour. They wasn't going like it was a lot of traffic, so like 30, 40 miles an hour. Um, and it's like as I was flying down onto the road, I had tried forming myself into a car because I felt like I had just wanted to fly and jump down onto the road and drive on the road, but that didn't really happen. Even though it felt like it happened, it just didn't really fully happen. So, yeah, and then the dream kind of ended. It didn't really end from there, but a lot of other stuff happened to where I kind of like I was kind of meeting like memories and stuff from experiences that I'm going to be talking about now. So, we're going to talk about the first experience that I at least remember, right? So, it was back in like 2023. I was hearing about astral projection on TikTok here and there. I tried it one time. So, I was basically on in this timeline, right? I was basically in this timeline where I was back at my grandma's house where I was like either 4, 5, 6, 7 years old. And it was around the time where it was like somewhere in Kentucky, bro. It was like when my dad had taken me and my grandma and my grandpa's house, and we was like staying there for like a month or two. But I had basically astral projected back to that timeline, right? And I had went down. It was weird because it's like every like my vision was more expanded, so I could see everything more instead of like how it would feel like in the physical, and I could see more of what was. I was like wondering like is this a dream or something? So I'm kind of just wondering like whoa, like this is crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like wow, like okay. So I just started having fun with me and my brother and my sister because me and my brother and my sister was there in the dream, right? I don't even think my brother was with me in the physical time when I was actually at this house, but in the dream she was there, my mama was there, my grandma, grandpa, my dad, all that, right? But then, okay, so I'm in front of the house across the street, right? But I see the street. I'm going right side of the street now, right? Well, yeah, I'm going right side of the street. So I go to the right side of the street. I look over there, then I walk to it. And then it's like I feel very stuck on this road. I don't know why. I felt very stuck on this road. Like I had nowhere else to go and I couldn't do anything. Like I just felt a sense of hopelessness. I don't know why. But then as I kept feeling that, it's like the dream reality started to literally break around me, not in a way where it started to like, like break and fall apart. It was kind of just like swapping to a different reality, and it was swapping to GTA 5, or AK just Los Angeles, or we can just say GTA 5 because it was in the game GTA 5 instead of actually Los Angeles, or else I wouldn't have the idea of uh mass helicopters flying around and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? All that other stuff. Like people was going crazy in the game in the astral projection world or in the astral realm in GTA. They was going crazy, bro. I mean, they is wicked over there. Yeah, they don't play around. And the thing is, you're not just playing on the controller. You actually like living in the experience. So yeah, it feels pretty crazy. Um, but it starts like breaking down, right? It just starts breaking down more and more and more and more until it reaches a point where I finally like it fully switches to GTA, but then I realize, oh, we're in GTA now. We ain't even got to worry about nothing. You know what I'm saying? So I just start having my fun. I start flying around. Um, I think I had met some soul friends or soul family, whatever. I had met some friends there, that's for sure. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it for that one. Now, I had another astral projection experience in GTA a year later inside of this house when I had first moved here. It's like I was flying around GTA. I was with me, my mom, my sister, and my brother. Okay, so we're flying around, but I low key just wanted to like fly around by myself, right? So I start doing that, and it's like the whole map, bro. It's literally like it's astral cities within. Like it's not just the like it's like GTA, but then it's like added parts that's like astral cities and stuff. Because if you was to astral project into your real city, you're gonna see your real city, but you're gonna see it mixed in with astral frequencies and astral cities and arenas and all that. Like it's gonna be like this, right? Imagine this. Imagine a highway. Just imagine a highway, right? It's like one road right here, one road right here. In the physical, it's like this, right? But in the non-physical, it's that same highway, but instead there's like a big area around here, like a big actual city. So instead, in the non-physical, it has to like curve around instead. And now because it acts like that in the non-physical, in the physical, when you go on that highway, it may feel like you're not going straight, and it may feel slower because you're actually taking longer in the non-physical because of all them curves and stuff. You know what I'm trying to say? So yeah, it's kind of like that. It's just gonna kind of fit in without disrupting anything, but it's also gonna kind of resonate with the frequency. It's not gonna resonate with the frequency around it, but it's gonna push its frequency wherever it's at. So, like I said, if it's on that highway, if it's between that highway, you're gonna feel it all around that highway, bro. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, that is it. I'm flying around GTA, bro, right? So it feels like I'm flying around like how, when you look at the map, you're looking directly above the map. It felt like that, but I was seeing the entire map like detailed instead of just like a black and white map. It was like very detailed. I saw every building, and it's like I gained the understanding of what every building was. It was so many like buildings because it was a highway going like it was like a different part of GTA that was like not in game at all, but it was so weird, bro. Like even though it did like if it was definitely very ghetto and stuff, but it just felt it was definitely within like a higher dimensional consciousness, like 4D plus or 5D or 5D plus, right? Because when you are experiencing games in the astral, you're not just experiencing, some low dimensional thing. You're actually experiencing something that's supposed to heal you and your energy and your astral field and your soul, right? So, yeah, when you have these experiences in astral arenas or astral games, astral cities, it's supposed to help you, bro. So I was getting a lot of these experiences, not just because I needed help energetically and mentally, but also because I was just doing stuff in real life that would just lead me to that point, right? So thing is, I start flying around. I go to this like modification shop, right? And then it's like the whole like once I stabilized myself there, the reality switched to another location inside the game, and it's just like these locations in the game just felt so astral like. But then I start changing into this other environment where it's like I'm driving real fast and it's like rainy, right? And it's like I'm driving past a casino. I'm in first person in my car, you know what I'm saying? I'm speeding real fast. It's rainy outside. And then it's like, what else happened? What else happened? I'm speeding. Okay, so I take a U-turn. Okay. I see my mom. I see a leaderboard at the casino for some reason. But for some reason, that casino felt so crystalline. And I know why. It's because it was 6D and 5D vibrations there, aka middle and higher astral vibrations within the casino. It was just amazing, bro. Yeah, that's been one of my experiences there. Now we're gonna talk about some that I had on Roblox, right? Let's talk about this particular one that I had wanted to explain yesterday, but got interrupted by. Um, Literally, I was just in Roblox, right? It was in this game called Brookhaven. I was just flying around, but everything felt so big and distorted. And then I had met this fairy that kind of gave me, like, she didn't tell me that, this is a dream, but she made me kind of realize that this was a dream, because how does she look so realistic and everything inside of this dimension that was just full of blurriness and pixels? Like, it literally looked so blurry and pixelated. But then also the pixels look so big and all that. So I'm like, this has to have been a dream. So once I realized that, the whole entire environment goes black. And then I end up in this alien. Well, no, I won't say that. I ended up in this grass field, very green. Sun is out, no clouds. I mean, the clouds started to appear once I had entered the field, but not a lot. And it only entered because clouds. That's when it's like cloudy or rains. That symbolizes purging out emotions. So once I had got there, I was probably bringing in some dense emotions and just purged that out. But it became sunny real quick again, and I started seeing these alien-like houses once I turned around. I'm like, whose houses are these? Everything feels so crystalline. I feel so much love, peace, unity. Like, it literally feels like, it doesn't feel like heaven, but it feels like the feeling of heaven. You know what I'm saying? It feels like a fractal of heaven. Not like a fractal, but just like a little, just a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Just a piece of heaven. You know what I'm saying? So I see these houses, right? And then I see I wonder who these houses are. So I see one of the houses was my mom's. I see one was my mom's friend. I see one was my sister's. I seen one was my friend's in real life, and one was my dad's. And it was like a lot of houses. I want to low key go back to that. I know I can. I'm gonna do it. Watch. But the thing is, I had seen these houses. They're very alien like and crystalline like, and they all had different colored orbs. Like, one was rainbow, one was purple. I think my mom's was purple. Uh, Shoot, man, my mom's friend, I believe, was rainbows. Mine was orange. Man, I don't even want to get into the specifics. But once I low key wonder who these houses was, I kind of, like, a diagram showed up above each house of whose they were. And remember, this is the same time when I had this GTA dream, like literally same year. So literally, I walk around these houses, and it just, bro, it feels like I can fight. Like, every time I remember it, it feels like I can fight somebody, but in a way where it's just so lovable, bro. Like, I just get so much energy of love when I remember this dream, bro. Oh man. But basically, I had walked around the houses. I saw my house, right? It was all orange, and I guess it was because I was being very creative with my game at the time. So I walk inside, everything is so crystalline and fluid and futuristic, but like Frutiger Arrow, I think it's called. Y'all know that type of style. That's exactly how it felt, but actually very alive. It was so alive, but it was all orange instead. So I see this computer, right? I get on it, I switch through these people that I know in my life. My friend's face, my mama's face, my dad's face, my sister's face, my brother's face. Then it lands on my face. I jump inside the screen, and then literally I had woken up after that, bro. So, yeah. That was a pretty crazy dream. It's wild how I've had so many experiences within the astral at a young age and still do, and don't really talk about them. Like I'm gonna start talking about them way more, bro. Don't even worry about it, bro. Experiences in driving Empire Roblox. If y'all know that, you know, that vehicle game Driving Empire, bro. I've been playing that since it really first came out, for real, for real. Can't even lie. Since it first came out. But thing is, when it comes to when I had this dream, bro, I had a lot of dreams about this, but this particular dream, I was seeing the full astral map of what Driving Empire looks like, right? So, thing is, I was at this let's just start with this. I was at this gas station. It was like this gas station in the middle of nowhere that Driving Empire used to have inside the map, but they had removed it. It was like this old school looking gas station. But something had told me to just fly around and see what's around it. So I fly around and I see a whole back road around it, and I see people driving on the back roads and stuff, and everything is just like the grass isn't like smooth. It's like it was kind of just like placed there ruggishly. I don't know how to explain it. It was bogus. I'm sorry to say it, but whoever made it like that didn't really smoothen it out, unless that was just how I was perceiving it and didn't really see the trueness of it. But it was so much. It was so much beyond that gas station. And in the game where the gas station was, it wasn't like that. It was just like in the middle of nowhere. But I saw home, back room, back roads, mountains, and all that. The city was expanding, and for some reason, I was like, okay, so I also got to this point in the map where I was like driving in. Oh, I was driving on a circuit track, right? Now the circuit track in the game is one of my favorite things, right? Because I'm so good at it. And in the dream, I was like kind of good at it, but also like kind of bad at it. But thing is, right, in the game, it didn't look how it did in the dream realm. In the dream realm, it was like the track, but it was like flat. It didn't really have no hills like how it would in the game, and it would be like swervy flat roads, and it would be like the track was kind of like floating. You know what I'm saying? Like the road and what was like holding the road was floating. So I was racing around that in a Koenigsegg Jesco. It was lime green, like how this is right here. I was just swerving. I was going at it. Like I had so much fun, bro. Like I was feeling pressure because I was kind of taking it serious, but then I realized I didn't need to take it serious, man. I'm gonna just have some fun, like for real, for real. But then I get to this point where I'm in my Zenvo ST1, and then it's like I'm climbing on this hill, but it's like very ruggish. It's very like one road's connected like this, and then one is like that, and then one is like that. You know what I'm saying? It's not like a smooth road. It's actually just a rugged road. So I'm just driving of it. I don't know what the heck, but it's like the astral blueprint was 20 times bigger than how it looked in the physical. It was way more taller buildings. It was way more people. Such a greater vibe. It was amazing. I had astral projected into Call of Duty, right? I think this is either 2023, 2024. Um, I was basically just astral projecting, and I had ended up in Call of Duty. And it felt like I was the character, right? It didn't feel like I was playing the game. It felt like I was the character itself. So I get in the game, and basically, what else happened? So once I got in the game, it's like I'm feeling myself into the game. Like I got all this armor on me. I see the stats right here on what I got to do, who I got to kill, the kills right here, like the scoreboard, all that. I got the gun in my hand. I'm ready. The people on my team, my mom, my brother, and my sister. All right. So I'm just like I'm finding people, like I'm running around and stuff, like. But thing is, right, in this particular dream, this is how I know it was definitely within 5D, 60, or 70 consciousness, or just within the realm where it was like a higher vibration to where you had your crown chakra open, because I was seeing all purple and pink within my vision. Like even though the reality wasn't purple and pink, I was seeing like mad purple and pink when I was entering in this. So I was on a high vibration. I don't know if it was just me or the plane, but I was definitely on a high vibration. So I started roaming around and stuff, but it's like I almost got killed by some dudes, bro. And I had almost allowed that until I realized, hold on, man, let me just take some power in real quick. So I just started, boom, boom, boom. You know what I'm saying? Me, my brother, my sister, and everybody just jumped in all at once, bro. Like it was crazy. It was a pretty short experience, and I think the only experience I had with Call of Duty. But let's talk about the last one, Five Nights at Freddy's 3. Go look that up if y'all don't know it. Y'all should know that though, right? That game, I astral projected into it in 2024, late 2024 or early 2025. It was so fucking scary, bro. Um, Literally, okay, so I'm the security guard, right? Checking the cameras and all that. I'm checking the cameras and all that. I'm checking the cameras, but then it's like the power wasn't out, but I was just low key. It was like 3 a.m. and I was low key wondering, like, I'm gonna just escape this bitch. I don't gotta be here for so long. You know what I'm saying? So basically, I'm walking around and stuff, and I'm trying to like avoid Springtrap. You know what I'm saying? I don't care about the phantoms because they're literally ghosts, but Springtrap, I'm trying to look out for. So I'm making like I'm trying to literally hide while trying to look for the entrance. Like it's so dark in the building, bro, but I can still see. So it's like I'm looking around and stuff. Then it's like, okay, I see the entrance, right? I run to it, bro. I run to the exit. Literally, once I run to the exit, bro, kill me. Game over. Literally I slipped and he caught me, bro. I slipped on air in the dream room. You can obviously have these experiences intentionally, but you can also have them naturally, like I did. I've had them last night. It was kind of intentional because I was like remembering, the video that I had wanted to make, and that kind of just led to me flying around in GTA and all that. But yeah, you can have these experiences intentionally or not. You can have them in any, and you can have them dreams in any game. You can astral project in any game: Sims, Call of Duty, Roblox, etc. Of course, Lord of the Rings, whatever, man. You know what I'm saying? Whatever y'all want. But make sure you like, subscribe, turn on the post notifications. And yeah, that was a lot of stuff that I done talked about. That was like, I think should I talk about more? Cause it's like them experiences was so amazing. Nah, I don't need to talk about more.